A parameter and a statistic. Parameter is a numerical description of a population characteristic. A statistic is a numerical description of a sample characteristic. As we talked about before, you can select the data, sometimes entire data set, which means population, but mostly you will select the part of the population which is sample. So even though you're using population or sample, you can find the mean value, also the mean deviation and variance and the standard deviation. The most popular symbols of both parameter and the statistic are mean, the variance, and the standard deviation, but we use different symbols. So, parameter case, using mu as a mean, sigma square as a variance, sigma as a standard deviation. But the statistic case, using x bar as a mean, s square as variance, and s as the standard deviation. Now, look at this example. This example, we want to find out whether the sentence describes the parameter or a statistic. Number 1. A study done by the American Academy of Neurology suggests that older people who had a high caloric diet more than doubled their risk of memory loss. The key point is it shows that a study. A study means one of the study out of other study. So it can be part of the population. So this one describes the statistic. Number 2. Scientists at the University of Oxford in England found that a good laugh significantly raised a person's pain level tolerance. In this case, it can generalize kind of entire set because the scientist found, but there's no kind of such a sample statistic. So this one describes the parameter. Good. Next, branches of statistics. So the two types of statistics are more general statistics. The first one is descriptive statistic. The second one is inferential statistic. Descriptive statistic is the branch of statistic that involves the organization, summarization, and display of data. Inferential statistic is the branch of a statistic that involves using a sample to draw a conclusion about a population. A basic tool in the study of inferential statistics is probability. Okay, the following example, we can think about, each question describes whether descriptive statistic or inferential statistic. Before checking this answer, please pause this video for a second and think about what type of statistic each question describes. Number 1, because of the current economy, 49% of 18 to 34-year-olds have taken a job to pay the bills. This one describes descriptive statistic because the sentence summarizes what happened in current economy. So here, because of the current economy. That's the reason. So summarizing, so 49% of 18 to 34 years old have taken a job to pay the bill. Yes? So number one answer is descriptive statistic. Number two, in 2011, there were 34 deaths from the avian flu. This one looks like a general idea, right? Which means conclusion. So number two should be inferential statistic. Number three, in 2011, 79% of US adults used the internet. This is also a conclusion. So 79% of US adults use the internet. There is no specific data involving organization or summarization or display of data. It just conclude that data. So number three also inferential statistic. Number four, in an online survey of 500 Virginia Tech students between spring 2010 and spring 2011, 31% said that they had missed class because of alcohol consumption. So this case definitely descriptive statistic because online survey, which means they are collecting and they organizing data and then display the data, which is 31% said that they had missed class because of alcohol consumption. So number 1 and 4 describe descriptive statistic, and number 2 and 3 describes inferential statistic.